welcome to week number 5 for our Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters all boss tokens category runs. Today we have a race between Axodo and Tuscan. I believe they are two of our three French runners. And should be a good race today. Axodo has a chance to take out this entire tournament if he wins this race and the Blue Knight loses his race. And Tuscan, I believe, I could be wrong here, but I believe he has one win so far. And if not, he might be looking for his first win of the tournament here, but both very skilled runners, and it'll be interesting to see how this race goes. So, I'm sure we will start in just a second, and here we go, they are off. We have start this race very quickly using our box clip strat, and Axodo, very well practiced in it, both very well practiced in it, and getting out of bounds first try quite quickly, and making their way to the Viking era. So you will be seeing us go out of bounds a lot in this game. When we go out of bounds, we lower our speed by using the bunny ear flaps to slow our speed down, and when our speed is slow enough and we're supposed to wrap around the bottom and be respawned, when our speed is slow enough, we instead just go to the top of the map and can make our way to almost wherever we want on most maps. TBK's running against you, Ash. You'll win that for sure. I think TBK is quite consistent at this strat, at this game and this category, but Axodo can definitely at moments beat him. So I guess I should explain about this category. So this is our all boss tokens, or ABT run. The idea of the game is to collect every single boss token and then beat the final boss. So both runners now have collected the first token of the game. It's really the fourth token of the game, but it's the first token we collect in this run. And then they are using a super speed bugs glitch, which doesn't get used a lot, and then making their way into the first of 4 shield races. Well, no, first of 4 races. This one being the shield race. Now, they're sort of auto-scrollers, but sort of not. So you can gain seconds here and there from doing things very optimally. You can also lose time if you do things unoptimally, but they're almost auto-scrollers. As you can see, both players are jumping. When you jump and hit a slope that's sliding down, you'll gain a small speed boost. And if you do that over the course of the level, you can tend to save 3 to 4 seconds over the level, but not a lot of time can be saved during this level. So, we have a nice simple level to start off with before things get hectic when we move to Moon Valley. So we have Axodo finishing up his race, and he will head into Moon Valley in a second, and Tuscan not too far behind him, so that's always good to see. Axodo throwing bugs, that's a different strategy to what is used by some others, but into the Moon Valley, and Tuscan using the roll strategy, which is the quickest, I believe, but risky. Axodo comes around and he's going to jump on top of these rocks to once again get out of bounds. Now this is a very tricky out of bounds, because there are times when, and thankfully it didn't happen to Axodo, there are times when you can get stuck in your falling state and not slow down enough, and you will wrap and go back to the start of the level. Tascan does this level very differently to the rest of the runners. He uses the old feed bugs trick. I forgot he does this, but it's a very interesting trick to see. I believe it's a strategy I came up with back when I first invented the category 5 years ago. But yes, this strategy being done by Tascan is slower by about 20 seconds if you do both strategies optimally. That jump that Axodo just got, very tricky. The anvil jump can be quite difficult, but in general, it can be done first try most times. So, in each world, there are 3 different levels that you need to complete. Oh, there we go. Tascan's back. 3 different levels that you need to complete. One will be 3 different tokens you need to collect. One's inside of a level that tends to have a boss, one is inside of a race level, and one is in the hub world. So they're currently finishing up this boss to finish up the Viking realm. So this boss can be quite finicky. Between a good time and a bad time, there's not much there's a big difference. But between a good time and a okay time, there is not much difference. So, little strats that we can do in this one are, as you can see on Tascan's screen right now, he will jump and cause the Viking boss to belly flop into the water, which will cut out an animation of him flopping down onto the deck and then slowly moving and jumping back onto the, as we'll see in a second on Tascan's screen. Now he slowly moves back up into the ship. But us jumping out over the water and causing him to jump out in the water skips that animation. There we have Axodo, who does a death abuse. I don't think anyone else in the category or in the game does that death abuse. But once you destroy all the shields by throwing bombs at them, you're done with the boss, and just like Axodo, finishes up and he will head back into Granwich. Now, in Granwich, you generally are supposed to collect 10 gears. However, because we can go out of bounds very easily in this game, we don't collect. This category actually has no need to collect any gears whatsoever. As we see, Axodo just simply clips through the wall there and gets to the Aztec era. Now, Axodo is a good runner. He will skip going for an extra power-up that you can get here and head straight into the boss level of this game, or the long level, we'll call it, of this world called Baboon Realm. And this baboon here that he's about to get hit by can cause many a nightmare, but thankfully Axodo manages him quite well, and he gets very well done there, and he will swim, and you watch him about to clip back out of bounds, because what else do we do? Tascan's stream looks to be having a little bit of trouble. Tascan also skips the Tweety ability, which is good to see. It's good to see people stop going for the Tweety ability. I'm very proud of the community for that. If there's one thing I will have done in my return to this category, is stop people from doing the Tweety ability. So as you can see here, the baboon giving Tascan a bit of trouble, because it's quite a difficult baboon to handle. Not much time between our two runners, but which is good to see. Good to see Tascan on a quite good run. And Axodo has the ability to just smash this game. So we see Tascan going out of bounds and clipping around. Axodo is doing things like he does, and he comes over to collect these, or to do these one more time. Oh, he misses that jump twice, slows down, gets it the third time. Can be quite tricky jumping up there. I personally have struggled a few times for sure. So here, he will throw the final 2 coconuts into the mouth, and strategy that I've only seen Axodo go for fails for him, so that's unfortunate there. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why don't we just skip straight into the mouth? We can go out of bounds, so surely we can fly behind there. Well, we don't actually have a trigger until the mouth opens. So the cutscene of that mouth opening is what causes the trigger to load into the boss temple, or the boss area. Axodo is now going to go for something I don't go for, because I have no clue how to do it. It just makes no sense to me. But he's going to go out of bounds here in the hub world, and lands directly on the switch. And the boss token does spawn for him. There's a chance that that boss token will not spawn. Oh, Tascan, unlucky there. With the head turning back, he looks like he's maybe having some troubles with his controller. But yes. Let's go Axo. Yes, let's go Axo. He's on a very good pace. An 11-minute Dragon Ride start is very good. So Tascan will finish up this boss by cheesing it. I guess you could definitely call that a cheese glitch. Instead of fighting the boss, we just throw bugs through the door, because why not? So Axodo is doing something that runners have been calling faster. Upon timing it, I've found it's not faster, but it's easier, because you're not having to constantly move side to side, which I guess can make it a little bit faster. So Axodo is in the ride level of this game, I think, of this world. I believe it's called Sacred Ride, and we've got Tascan finishing up his... that switch was hard. Got Tascan finishing up his Aztec era token. So he will now move on into the Sacred Ride level like Axodo. And Axodo is absolutely killing his run right now. I don't think he will get world record, because his world record is currently insane, but he looks like he's on a 31 pace, and that's a very strong pace to run against, so let's see how this goes. So Tascan doing his level, and Axodo will exit, and he is off to the Arabian era. Currently, Axodo is ahead by roughly a minute. So, left screen. So, he's going to, yet again, just throw bugs into the door, because doors like bugs to be thrown into them, I guess. That's how you open in this game. So, he's going to start to unleash some genies. So the story of this era, this era, the Arabian era, is that these genies have been trapped. Ooh, I'm not sure if he'll get... Oh, he got it. Never mind me. Axodo, don't mind me. So there are some genies that have been trapped in temples that aren't theirs, and you have to free them, and then they'll give you a boss token. So currently he has just freed, I think it's like the Earth Genie from the Wind Temple. Now he's freeing the Fire Genie from the Water Temple. And Tascan finishing up Dragon Ride. He jumped very early there. I was worried he might fall into the pit, but he does not. So good job. And Axodo will come out and head into the Carpet Chase, which is our ride level for this era. Tascan making his way over to Arabian era now. So bring back that lamp is a very well-known quote for us runners, and we will constantly use it in times where we don't really need to, but it's always good fun to say. So Axodo is in a very easy level. There's a few things that can go wrong. If you hit a fat guy on a carpet, then you can get killed and have to go back to the start. If you hit a wall, you have to go back to the start. But overall, not much can go wrong in this level. It's probably one of the easier levels. Tascan now coming up here to free the Fire Genie, or the Earth Genie. And in the old strat, how I do it, nice, easy. Gets in, gets out. And now he will go to the Water Temple and do this one. But yeah, both solid runs right now. Tascan is on a good pace for Tascan. I think there is a 4-minute difference in PB between these two. So Axodo definitely came in the favorite, and Tascan is definitely racing against his weight, but he's doing well here. He's doing very well. Axodo finishing up the carpet ride, and right as Tascan enters. So he will now head over to the Royal Gardens. Now, the Royal Gardens are a very hard level, purely because we spend most of it going out of bounds. Out of bounds can be tricky for new runners to learn, but once you learn it, it is easy. So if you spend some time learning how to do out of bounds in this game, all of the categories become a lot easier and a lot quicker. But if you just wing out of bounds, it can be quite difficult. So Axodo will come over here. The goal of this level is to collect 3 different pearls, which will spawn the token. So the first pearl we have to do normally by throwing bugs through these hoops, and it's a lot trickier than it looks. Axodo just is very good at his craft and manages to do that with ease. Tascan breezing his way through the carpet chase. So here is the first pearl for Axodo, and bonking his head a few times there because the game doesn't like you to be quick. Through the hoop for extra measure. That's actually very risky, him throwing you through the hoop. Oh. That is very unfortunate for Axodo, but right there, the Blue Knight, I don't know if you're here, but if you're watching this restream, you can see that is the way to get over without having to use the bounce ability, and why the bounce ability is obsolete in this run. Axodo showing finesse and skill at this game right there. And here we have Tascan coming over into the garden level as well. Yes, both players avoided your invisible wall of doom, Blue Knight, right as I said it. So Axodo is quite good at out of bounces, hence he gets good times. And he's headed for the Pearl, the final Pearl. Now Tascan does deviate a little from the norm here. He does the Earth Temple before Royal Gardens. I forgot about that. Neither way is faster. It's just personal preference, really. So here, Axodo will pick up the token, and then he will go into the Earth token like Tascan just did. I missed the first part of Tascan's Earth Temple, which means I'll be able to explain it now with Axodo. So picking up bugs and throwing him underneath this crystal can sometimes push him out to the side like that. It can be a little precise. He's lining it up differently how I would, but that's all good. He is the best. And he gets out of bounds, flies down, wraps around, does usual out of bounds stuff. Tascan coming over to the hoops, and let's see if he can throw bugs through these hoops nice and easily. First one he gets, let's see. Second one, okay, so you see how bugs went through there, but didn't count it? That's what makes these quite difficult. Yeah, Earth Temple you can't actually spawn warp, so you can just fall quickly. It's weird. Now, Axodo is in the Fire Temple. We damage abuse here, and it looks like he's going for the... and he gets it. He gets the cutscene skip. Okay, so that's a very hard cutscene skip. There is not a lot of time there to get that cutscene skip. It's very dangerous. It can lose about 10 seconds. It saves about 10 it can lose about 20 seconds and it saves about 10 seconds. So to go on that just shows the level of Axodo and how good he is. Here we go. Tascan coming into the out of bounds here and doing it very quickly. He's looking good. And Axodo heading into the final era of the game. So headed into Transylvania. He will, I'm pretty sure he will start by going to the Sacred Ride, which is also known as Heartbreak River. No, it's not the Sacred Ride. It's just Heartbreak River. The Blue Knight, who is in chat, can definitely attest to this being the hardest level to do in 100%. Heartbreak River just destroys runs. It's the place where all runs come to die in 100%. And definitely the reason I quit running 100% was one of them was this level. I had a lot of runs get here that were good that just died. So I stopped. However, the Blue Knight, this is a personal challenge. Tascan managing to finish up his Arabian Gardens, or yeah, his Royal Gardens, and doing quite well. Blue Knight, this is money where my mouth is. I'm gonna, after this tournament, start practicing some 100%, and in 2 months I'm gonna challenge you to a 100% race. That's put my money where my mouth is and see how we go there, but I feel committed. This game has brought me back in. This tournament has definitely got me re-hyped for this game, so that's a good thing. Axodo, as you can see here, still making his way through Heartbreak River. In all boss tokens, it's easy money. We have a few things that can instantly kill us and send us back to the start of the level. Obviously, you don't want that to happen, but it's very rare in all boss tokens. You can just avoid most of the stuff. Tascan picking up the final one, and he manages to get the warp. I think that's a cutscene skip. Not much of a cutscene skip, but Tascan, think. Oh, that's unlucky. So it didn't actually get the token. Okay. That's very unlucky there for Tascan. I have not seen that for a while. But sometimes when you walk out of there, you get transported to the Baldy basic lessons. And that's what just happened. So he picks up the final ability we need for the run with the carrot gun. Axodo finishing up. 1 second. Sorry, just had to sneeze. So what happened to Tascan is, as he left the area, he got warped into the Baldy basic, like the dancing lessons. And I've had it happen before, and don't know how it happens, but it just does. So Axodo here going into Zoovania, which is definitely his strongest level. He is very good at Zoovania. And yeah, just watch him do his thing. I'm going to commentate on Tascan for a little bit. He's level with your gate clip token PB, so that's what, a 3104? So he is quite fast. Like, he's on a really good pace. This might be a sub 31, which wouldn't be his first one of the tournament, which is crazy. The guy is insane. He goes for the out of bounds. He gets it first try. Took a bit of time to set up. Didn't really go anywhere in the out of bounds, but he's alright. Tascan manages to enter Heartbreak River without getting a soft lock. That's always nice to see. Oh, Axodo. Oh, that's very lucky there. That gate that he just flew over is very high. So he took it extremely low, but he managed to do it fairly well from the looks of it. Now, Axodo coming in, and he gets the warp around. Nice and easy. Axodo is doing Axodo things right now and demolishing this run. Tascan, also on a good pace, has had a few setbacks. A few things random happen to him, but he is on a good pace right now as well. Now, Axodo has finished daytime and will head into nighttime. Now, nighttime Transylvania, nighttime Zoovania, there's two ways to go about it. We can either A, do this bubblegum glitch, which, if I said bubblegum glitch 5 years ago, we would have been referring to something else entirely. But this is essentially today's only bubblegum glitch. Ooh, unlucky there by Axodo. Where he will fly out of bounds around and down under where the boss token is and collect it. He is on incredible pace. Let's see how he goes. And Tascan finishing up Heartbreak River right now on a good pace himself. So, Axodo heading off into the distance. As we can see, if you see the blue castle there, that's where the token is, and that's where he needs to head to. Now, Tascan going for the clip. This clip is very precise, very tricky. Let's see, does Tascan manage it first try? He's got a very laggy stream right now. Just bits and pieces. Here we go. That's his second try, I think. And Axodo will come up under, collect this token. Now, all around that token triggers to exit the level. Now, Axodo has to avoid those triggers, collect the token, and then go into one of the triggers, and that will give him a cutscene skip, like he got. So Axodo coming in here, he is going to go for the Acme clip. Now you know Axodo's just trolling, going for this Acme clip. The Acme clip does not get used a lot anymore, but this used to be the way we did any percent, until we found a better way. But I guess Acme clip, he's bringing it back. It still exists. I bet you he only did that because someone told him last week Acme clip isn't a thing anymore. Yeah, ages ago. Like, Acme clip is a 3 or 4, maybe 5 year ago thing. He gets, was that second try count? So it's definitely still doable that he can get a sub 31 here. So this is an amazing time for Axodo. His time would probably get second on the leaderboard, assuming nothing too bad happens to him here. Tascan is going through Zouvania. His stream is a bit laggy, but he seems to be doing alright. Seems to be getting it done quick. Gets out of bounds very quick there. May have been third try, yeah. I didn't quite see. I was too stunned that he had done the Acme clip to see what try he got. Here we go. And this is going to be a very, very good time by Axodo. It is not world record pace, but it is good nonetheless, and definitely good enough to finish this run in first. So, sub 31. That's the second sub 31 ever. So, very good pace by Axodo. Puts a lot of pressure on the Blue Knight, because now the Blue Knight needs to win his race, otherwise he will lose first spot. So, very well done there by Axodo. Tascan now is coming back in. His stream is quite laggy by the looks of it. Yeah. There we go. Tascan finishing up Zouvania daytime, and we'll head into the nighttime. So, let's not discredit, this is a very good run by Tascan as well. Like, this time is good. We got some banter going on in the chat between Axodo and the Blue Knight, who is currently in first place without a loss. And we have Ash, who is versing him tomorrow and could be his first loss. Tascan manages to get the bubblegum glitch, and he will fly over towards the end of the level. Nice and easy. Underneath him you can see the little goblin things that look like Taz. Unfortunately, we don't deal with them in ABT, but they can be quite scary as a kid when playing this game. So, it's good to see that. So here we've got Tascan coming around nice and slowly. So the trick here is to get as low as you can by deflating the bubblegum, and then inflating it several times, but only getting pushed up once. This is done by clicking the button as fast as you can 4 times. So now he is off to the final level, and then he will be done. I didn't get to talk much through the castle level last time because I was too stunned at Axodo going for Acme Clip. So let's see. Yes, Tascan is going to use the full bear head. He's going to come up here and he's going to just immediately go out of bounds, drop down into the next room. That's quite smart by him. Gives him a lot of control. Is fairly easy to do. There's some good banter going on in the chat. So Tascan actually doesn't stop in the second room and also goes straight to the final room. Did Axodo just clip into the bell tower? What a madman. Doing things we didn't know existed. Tascan actually getting a first try there. So this can be still quite a good time for Tascan. So we'll have a look, see what his final time is. Keep in mind, anything under a 40-minute is a really good time. If you can get under 40 minutes, that's a great time in this category. Anything over 40 minutes, which my PB at the start of this tournament was over 40 minutes. Anything under that, and that's great. So, Tascan pulling out what will be sub 36, which is a very good run. Not quite a PB for him, I don't think, but still a very solid run. Or unlucky, double unlucky there. That might have cost him the sub 36. My bad, Tascan. I should not have talked. But here he comes, and he will put this one. Oh, man. And wait. Very good backup there by Tascan to know to shoot that. I would have lost my mind and not known what to do, but that was a very unlucky Dracula fight right there. So, we got Axodo entering Heartbreak River again. Is he going to try and 100% it? Or maybe he can show off what the crocodiles will do. Yeah, that was very unlucky on Tascan's side. I've very, very rarely seen that. So now that both runners are done, we might try and get them to come in and have a chat with me. How are you doing, Axodo?
I'm doing good, thanks.
I think that's the second ever sub 31 run.
Yeah, I think so. It's a pretty good run. I'm happy with this, obviously.
Yes, I can imagine. So, congratulations. You definitely showed up and held your spot for contention of first place if Ash manages to beat the Blue Knight.
Yeah, I trust Ash.
I trust Ash too. Ash can get it done.
Yeah. You have to, Ash. Don't forget that.
Yeah, let's put lots of pressure on him. Hey, Tascan, how you doing?
Hi. I was so unlucky. Oh my god. Oh.
How do you feel about your run?
I feel bad, man.
It wasn't too bad. You definitely had some good moments.
Yes. But each time I race, it happens something new to me.
Yeah, you had a couple of very weird things happen to you.
But that was fun. I'm happy with all the race I done, and congrats to Axodo first.
Thanks. So, what kind of weird things happened during your run? I just saw the end where the box was flying mid-air, but besides that...
During the Viking mid-boss, bugs are flying on the shield. Wrong warp, I think I can call it like, when I take the Sunset Valley token.
Yeah.
And I go to a minigame. I don't know how.
Yeah. I've seen this happen, but we just don't know why. It's
Thanks, developer.
yeah.
But no soft lock, so
Yeah, that's
good
something
race.
at least.
Yeah. So
And Drake kill Taz and the bugs are flying.
Yeah, so that I've never seen that before.
it must have tried to fall down, but Dracula was underneath it, so it stayed floating in the air.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was both of your last races for the tournament. How do
Yes.
you feel overall about how you've done in the tournament? Let's start with Axodo. Axodo, you have won all but one of your races. Are you happy with your performances overall?
Well, I'd say, honestly, I'm happy with what I've done during the tournament. Obviously, I'm a bit disappointed that my worst run, which was not bad at all, by the way, was when I was against the Blue Knight, but I can't complain. I mean, I got 2 sub 31 during the tourney. Really, I'm just happy with that, and it was really, really nice to have this tournament. So, yeah, just all good for me.
And how about you, Tascan? So I don't think you've won any races, but you have definitely showed up and competed well in every race that you've been a part of.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I have fun, so for me the most important, and I discover new things. I don't know how to say it, but the tournament was really nice. Very, I enjoyed.
Yeah, that's a spirit. I totally agree with you.
You've definitely done well, and you've always given a good race to whoever you've been racing. Like, you've definitely had some very close ones. I know against me last week.
Yes, 8 seconds.
I think that was the best race, honestly.
I think you were just unlucky that I somehow managed to get the cutscene skip on my first try.
Yes, and bad luck for Sentinel token, last turn token, yes. And take a couple time to have. But on the race, I first try, but 2 last race, no. Don't want to clip.
I'm definitely think both of you have put up very good runs for this tournament, and you've made it very interesting for everyone to watch. So thank you both for your huge contributions to the tournament.
Well, thanks to you too, Berhad. We'll see your last race. When is it exactly? I don't remember.
For me, it's midday on Sunday, but that will be
last race of the tournament.
Saturday for you guys, I think. No, it'll be. So you're French. That'll be about midnight, maybe 1 a.m. your time.
We can see that on the SpeedGaming schedule.
Yeah, actually, I think it will be even something about 4 a.m. our time.
Yeah, so very early for you guys.
Anyway, this could be the last race of the tournament. Great tournament, so I'm pretty happy with all of this, honestly. So thanks again to you two and to everyone who just ran, commentating, or just watched the run. Thanks.
Yeah. Well, thank you both for coming and racing today. If you want to follow anyone who's been a part of this today, you can put /R !R in chat, and that will bring up both of the runners' Twitches. You can bring up /C as Axodo's just done, and that'll bring up my Twitch if you enjoyed my commentary. And if you go !BBTTB for Bugs Bunny Taz Time Busters, it will give you all of the tournament information. So, once again, huge GGs to both of you guys for your amazing runs. And unless anyone has anything else, I think that is done.
No, nothing to add.
So, thanks again.
So thanks, yes, thanks for contenting. Thanks, GG Axodo and toi.
And GG to you too. See you later, guys.
See you later. That's all, folks.